Blake Snell has had himself a really monster year and a contract year. So Blake Snell really doing what he has to do to earn himself that big contract, kind of set himself up for the rest of his career. Blake Snell has had a phenomenal career already. Blake Snell is going to be the premier starting pitcher on the market in 2024 free agency. He's going to be the #1 target, US based. Yoshinobu Yamamoto has something to say about that, coming over from Japan. Blake Snell is going to be the guy that all teams are kind of circling on their little bulletin board that, yeah, we need that guy. He is an ace and we need to go get that guy. I made a video maybe, I don't know, a couple months ago, a month and a half ago now, of 2024 free agent class, and I said, most of these guys are not really aces, that they're good 2 or 3 options in the rotation. Blake Snell, though, I feel like he kind of is sort of an ace, right? Like, is it fair to say that Blake Snell is an ace at this point? I really do want to give him his flowers and say that he is an ace, that he can be your #1 and really just dominate and pitch 30 starts a year. A few little red flags. I'm not too sure Blake Snell is the #1 ace. He's a definite 2 option if he's not your #1 option. But Blake Snell can definitely be a #1 option if a team needs him to be. Started his career with the Tampa Bay Rays. Back in 2016, he made his Major League Baseball debut. In that 2016 season, he only pitched 19 games, pitched to a 3.5 ERA, 1.6 whip, 9.9 strikeouts per 9 innings. So I'm going to go over those 3 stats really today. But I will say one thing with Blake Snell, especially this year, has always been the walk. He's really like a big walk guy, big strikeout, big walk guy. That's kind of the downside of Blake Snell. He does walk a lot of batters, gets into deep counts, and spike that curveball, right? So Blake Snell can walk a few batters, but really he does strike out a lot of batters at the same time. In 2017, in 24 games with the Tampa Bay Rays, pitched to a 4.0 ERA, 1.3 whip, and a 8.3 Ks per 9 innings, getting more games under his belt. But then in 2018, he comes out of nowhere in just his 3rd season. 31 starts, so the average starting pitcher will usually make 33 starts if you're a top-end guy, maybe 30-ish starts if you're a lower-end guy. And Blake Snell had 31 starts in 2018 en route to his first Cy Young Award. I mean, he was absolutely dominant that year. 2018 was a phenomenal season for Blake Snell. A 21-5 record, the only time I point out his record, had a 1.8 ERA. I mean, that is ridiculous. A 1.8 ERA for 31 starts is insane. 0.9 whip, low 1 whip. The only time he's had a low 1 whip. 11 Ks per 9 en route to his first Cy Young Award in 2018. He had his monster career year, solidified himself as a top guy in this league, right? As an ace. In his big league career, he's always had a little bit of an injury history, can get ravaged by injuries. That's kind of the only thing I would say on Blake Snell that is a red flag. Can he be durable as he's age 30? Can he be durable into his 30s and pitch, 30 starts a year, 28 starts a year at minimum? We'll see, right? That is kind of my question mark to the ball clubs. If you're signing Blake Snell, do you trust him to be durable age 30 seasons? 2019, 23 games, 4.2 ERA, 1.2 whip, 12 Ks per 9. So the Ks per 9 got even better, but the ERA did get higher there in 2019. 2020, the short 60-game season, made 11 starts. So that was pretty much a standard back then. It was like 12 or 11 starts as like basically making all the starts. He had 11 starts, pitched to a 3.2 ERA, 1.2 whip, 11.3 Ks per 9. And he had a World Series appearance. In 2020, of course, everybody remembers that Game 6 moment where he was pulled in Game 6 after dominating the Dodgers. He gets pulled after like 2 hits, Austin Barnes in the 6th inning, and then obviously we know what happened from there. Blake Snell really has always been a big game pitcher. He's really been a big game pitcher. Big game pitchers are guys that I want on my team. So Blake Snell, I have no doubt in my mind that he'll always show up when the lights are brightest. 2021, he gets traded. So after he goes to the World Series with the Rays, his 5th season with the Tampa Bay Rays, the Rays decide to trade him. Rays want to go in a new direction, get a little bit younger, and so they trade Blake Snell kind of at his peak, right? They sell him off over to the San Diego Padres. I'm not sure if Jake Cronenworth was also in that trade, but Jake Cronenworth was also drafted by the Rays. But either way, Blake Snell goes to San Diego. His ERA does jump back up to a 4.2, highest since it was back in 2019. 1.3 whip, 11.9 Ks per 9. So again, he's still striking out a ton of guys. But, ERA above 4, but he's still really good, really reliable pitcher, and will, get you outs. Again, one thing with Blake Snell, though, at the same time is, as I mentioned, with the walks and stuff, he gets into deep pitch counts. He's a bit known to be a little bit of a 5 and diver. He can go 5 innings, throw like 99 pitches, and then he's out of there. But he can also give you length if he's really efficient and go into the 6th and 7th innings. A lot of his game logs are 5 innings pitched. But either way, I mean, if I'm the Dodgers, like I'm definitely signing Blake Snell. Like I'm definitely, entertaining it, sitting down with him, talking about the possibilities of Blake Snell with the Dodgers. This guy is a big game pitcher. 2022, 29 games in 2022, 3.3 ERA, 1.2 WHIP, 12 Ks per 9. So it gets better in 2022. It gets a little bit more comfortable in San Diego at Petco Park, pitchers friendly park. He's been really good. He's been at the top of the Padres rotation. 2023. This year he's made 31 starts so far. He's going to make one more start to end the season against the White Sox in Chicago. So all in all, he's going to make 32 starts, which I said on point as an ace. 32 starts a year. That is what you circle as a as a team and as a pitcher. You want to make those 30 plus starts. Going to pitch to a 2.3 ERA. Get lower, it could get a bit higher depending on what he does in the next outing. But either way, a 2.3 ERA, 1.1 WHIP, and 11.9 Ks per 9. Cy Young question mark. I have a Cy Young question mark next to my little notes here. I think Blake Snell is going to win the National League Cy Young Award. I really don't see how you don't give it to him. Again, I understand the Spencer Strider argument and the strikeouts, and he's been really good, and other guys, but it's really between Blake Snell and Spencer Strider. Ronald Acuna's got the MVP locked up. Give Blake Snell the Cy Young Award. I think he'll be like one of 15 players to win a Cy Young Award in the NL and the AL. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Not a long list, and so Blake Snell, phenomenal in both leagues, should be your National League Cy Young Award this year. So it begs the question, what is Blake Snell going to command on the market? I think Blake Snell is going to get a lot of money this year. I think we might be looking at a $20 million contract. I really do think we might be looking at $20 million for Blake Snell. I think a team is going to step up to the plate and pay him. My prediction, just throwing a dart at the wall, I'm going to say 7 years, $210 million with St. Louis Cardinals. So that'll be my prediction. Blake Snell goes over to St. Louis. The Cardinals are fiending for a starting pitcher, an ace. They needed to get somebody. They need somebody. Just give them the money and go from there. Just go from there, whether it works out or not. You got to give Blake Snell a chance to be that guy. Blake Snell signs with the Cardinals for 7 years and $210 million. So I do think Blake Snell gets $200 million. So yeah, y'all, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section about Blake Snell and what his market value is. Where do you think he signs? I don't think the Padres could afford to re-sign him. They already locked up Yu Darvish. They gave Blake Snell's money to Yu Darvish, who is 36 years old. He's going to have Tommy John. He's going to be there till he's 42. Just a bad contract by the Padres. They could have Blake Snell, but instead they paid Yu Darvish $100-something million. So Blake Snell is going to walk from San Diego and he's going to get paid somewhere else. Prediction in St. Louis. Let me know your prediction down below in the comment section. And for fun, Garrett Cole will be my Cy Young pick in the American League. With that being said, I'm going to sign off. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'll talk to you guys again next time. Later.